guys, it's Lynn again with Littlefoot Nursery. I am here with Silicone baby Michael, who is the Ethan Silicone by Andrea Arcello. For those of you guys who've been watching me for a while, you guys know that I have two silicone Ethans. One is a little bit firmer, and this is Michael. And the other one, my Ethan, is super, super soft like baby Lynn. So, and I think that all the Ethans that you guys ever seen should be in that very super soft silicone. But this one is just a little bit firmer. And what makes it nice, what makes it that nice is just he's a little bit easier to dress. So I'm going to be dressing him today in this really, really cute sort of 2-in-1 outfit by Mayoral, which I bought, I think, from Children's Salon. It's this very thick kind of quilted overall with like a shirt underneath. And I kind of like forgot that I had this outfit. Honestly, I was just poking through my pile of baby clothes and I sort of found it and I was like, oh my gosh, totally forgot about this outfit. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just change him. And yeah, and one of the things, and I just thought I would just chat about, you guys know I'm somebody who I get interested in just like different topics at different times. And I think this is kind of like not really so much doll related, but maybe, but I can definitely apply some of it to doll. Oh gosh, there's some kind of like a piece of lint or something here stuck on his silicone. I can't seem to get it off. Okay, I'm not going to stress about it. I think it's just left over from like an outfit he was wearing before. Yeah, there we go. Just got it off. That's the thing with silicone. Things can tend to stick if you're not careful. So yeah, there's another one. I think he was wearing like a blue outfit prior to this outfit. So I have to kind of just change him out. My goodness, this baby is so cute. I love both of the dolls. I think I really love the Ethan's super squishiness, but something about this one's face just really like gets me. So, and I've had different people say, oh, you know, would you sell me one of them? And like, yeah, I'm keeping them both at this point. I know it's like maybe a little bit redundant and unnecessary, but I don't know. I just can't seem to let him go. So, oh my gosh, so cute. So I feel like with silicone, when they're a little bit larger like this and heavier, it's actually not really an ideal, it's not really an ideal size in a lot of ways because they get a little bit more cumbersome, if you know what I mean. So I do feel like for silicone, I guess that's when I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this outfit on him. I feel like to step into it is probably the best. It's not the most straightforward outfit to put on, that's for sure. And yeah, and then with silicone, you just want to kind of dress them really carefully. So, oops. Yeah, and some of you, so I've been like kind of tinkering around a little bit with my investments, and I used to just, in terms of my retirement plans, like my 401k and my IRAs, like I always just did a target date plan. And I still think that that's probably the best option for most people. But now that I'm kind of, you know, I've always been somewhat interested in investing, but I've been taking a little bit more of an interest in it. Maybe it's because, you know, I'm now sort of in the middle of my career, and retirement used to feel like this very far away thing. And now it's kind of feeling like, oh, you know what, that's actually maybe like 15, 20 years away. That's not really that far away anymore. So I've definitely been like thinking about it a little bit more and just trying to be a little bit more intentional about my investments and thinking about what am I investing in and is that the right mix, and how much do I want to have in stocks versus bonds. And I apologize if I'm making anybody's eyes glaze over, but I do highly recommend everybody think about kind of investing and saving for retirement if you're able to. I know so many people are just trying to make it paycheck by paycheck, and so sometimes retirement saving can feel like, you know, maybe it's not on the radar, but it is good and helpful to start early if you can. And I guess a question, you know, would maybe just as it pertains to our hobby would be, hey, are these dolls considered an investment? Like, and so I guess, yeah, let's talk about that, because I think it would depend on, an investment is something that you buy with the hope that it will go up in value and that you can maybe resell it later for a profit. So I do think, for example, in the Lego community, there are a lot of Lego investors. So what they do is they'll buy these specific Lego sets right before they retire, and then basically, oh my gosh, so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Sorry guys. Okay, let me show you guys the back real quick. Let me pick him up. I can't resist. I have to pick him up. He's just too cute to just let him just sit there. So, oh my gosh, so snuggly. I really should try to enjoy my dolls more outside of my videos. So yeah, I was just gonna say, with regards to like Lego investing, there are people who will buy a Lego set and then they can resell that set on eBay, maybe after some time has passed and it's discontinued, sometimes for like double, triple the price. And people do make quite a bit of money doing that. You just have to be really disciplined about snagging the sets and thinking about which ones will go up in value and by how much. I mean, there's literally a whole community and school of thought around this. I don't buy Lego for investment. I'm honestly too lazy to sell stuff. I hate selling even dolls and kits and things like that as it is, and trips to the post office, all of that. So that's not going to be a business I get into, but there are a lot of people who do that. So, but what about the Reborn hobby? And I would say that with regards to vinyl reborns, definitely not an investment. I feel like these dolls lose value for vinyls. They lose value pretty much immediately after you purchase them, and once they're no longer brand new. The like anything though, if you buy something and it happens to be an extremely good price for the quality of the doll you were getting, you might be able to resell and kind of break even or even make a slight profit maybe. I do feel like silicones, it's a little bit of a different story. I do feel like, though, in the vast majority of cases, people who are reselling a secondhand silicone are selling that silicone for lower than what they paid for. The one exception that comes to mind is like Jenny Lee's Luna. And this was right when Jenny was on the cusp of, like, I think, becoming just very, very popular as an artist. And so I feel like the first Lunas that I remember, the very first doll show I went to, I think they were selling for like $2,000 it was like for a bald Luna. But then literally like a year later, the same Lunas were selling for like $5,000. So the price definitely jumped up. I mean, it like doubled in a year. And, I think, look, if we could all make that in the stock market, I think we'd all be extremely happy. I don't think that that's necessarily the norm, but there are certain artists whose dolls have like climbed up in price for sure. And, I would say, and there's others ones where I don't think they've gone up higher than what they were at the peak, like Romy Stridham, for example. One of her dolls very famously on eBay sold for like $25,000. And I think Joanna Kay had one that sold for that much as well. But I don't think somebody who buys a doll at 25K is going to make their money back at all. That doll is immediately, half its value as soon as it's used. And again, the higher the dollar amount, the more it has to go down. And then that's where you can find some really great deals, in this community. Like Susan, who just acquired an Ethan secondhand, she acquired him for a really good price. I mean, it was like less than half of what I paid for my Ethan, and others paid for their Ethans. And so that was just a phenomenal deal. And so you can find deals like that. That's kind of why I say, hey, if you can join the Silicone Facebook groups and, just check on Dolphin. Dolphin is a little bit less active nowadays than it used to be in the past, unfortunately. But if you can check all of those different, if you can check those different resources and sites, I think you'll find that you can get some really, really good deals. And so, yeah, that would be my recommendation. And, but yeah, I'm trying to think if there are other situations where the doll goes up in price. I don't know, maybe for some Claire Taylors. I don't really follow the Claire Taylor dolls and secondhand what they sell for. Maybe some of her older ones, because for example, if the artist's dolls have gone up in price and maybe now a Claire Taylor doll is selling for 10,000, maybe a slightly older one that used to sell for 2,500 can be sold for 3,000 or something like that, because the newer ones are just quite a bit more expensive. I do think the quality of silicone has changed for sure, and so the technology and the techniques have gotten more sophisticated. So some of the older ones, like for example with the ball jointed head or maybe the firmer silicone, those don't go for as high of a price as like the newer super soft versions do, or if it's less realistic or whatnot. So it just totally depends. But yeah, for the most part though, I don't think these dolls are an investment, I guess, to answer the question. So I would not buy them for investment purposes. This is purely a personal enjoyment luxury item. And you know, don't buy with the intention that you're going to resell later and make a profit, because I just haven't seen that be the case for most people. If you can, then great for you. And I know some people get really upset when people do resell a doll for a profit. Look, it's a free market. I don't see anything wrong with it. But I do think, I mean, as long as the person's being truthful about the quality of the doll, if there are any boo-boos and things like that, I think, but yeah, for the most part though, most people will take a loss on these dolls. I try to break even when I can, just because my dolls are in mint condition and I keep them that way. But you know, but oftentimes I'll take a bit of a loss, and it's fine. It's just the price you pay for collecting, and you did get to enjoy that doll for that period of time. So you can kind of consider it like maybe like a rental fee or something like that, that money that you lost. So anyway, guys, I hope that this is helpful, and you know, it was great to chat with you guys. And Michael is going to say goodbye to his aunties, and we will see you guys later on the next video. Bye.